Hi YouTube, welcome to Steve's Kingdom. Today I'm going to do a quick video and show you what we have for projects around the kingdom. Now, you've possibly seen my earlier videos where I was talking about G-Body, restoring it, and taking junk van back and things like that. Well, I'm going to show you the projects, and this way you can see what I all have for the future. I know lots of people during the COVID pandemic have been saying, oh, I'm bored and everything. I have not been. I have been busy as sin since the pandemic. In 2020, I made it a goal to try and get big projects off my plate. And I did get some big projects off my plate, which gave me momentum to get more projects off my plate. And right now, we're in my shop. As you can tell, it's an absolute disaster. That is a project I want to do, which is clean it. And I've started towards organizing my nuts and bolts. And we still have more nuts and bolts to do. But we'll get through there. I'm currently right now working on a gun cabinet. It's a project my one step peasant, started 6 years ago. And it's been sitting around. I'm tired of it sitting around, so I have elected to finish it. There's some screw-ups that were done by the step peasant, and needless to say, I'll find a way to camouflage things. Right here on this project, you look at it, this is the base of the gun cabinet. The step peasant put a hole through the face. Everything else is pretty nice, except for that hole. The king here has decided he'll just put something over that to cover it. Problem solved. Instead of remaking it all. So we're going to wander around the kingdom here and show you what fun stuff we have. We've already started. Here in the shop is an absolute disaster. Most people, this would probably be 3 lifetimes to clean this place, but hopefully I can do it in a couple of months or something. It gets better, it gets bad. I can actually fit a car in here. I have a wood burner in here, so I'm able to stay somewhat warm, but the kingdoms lives in Iowa and it's cold out. Today it's like 25 degrees out and it's only about 40 some degrees in the shop. So we'll venture out into the unheated part. Lighting may not be real good here, but we'll shine a light over here. In here, we had seen in the previous video where we needed the hillbilly lift. Hillbilly lift over there. I don't know if you'll see it. Lighting's really bad because that's a project. Putting lights up in the unheated portion of the shop. I have a couple of lights, but as you can tell, it doesn't do a whole lot of good. I'll open up this door. That'll probably help quite a bit. Yeah, that helps a lot. Back over here, it's 1955 Ferguson. It's project. Lights, as you can tell up here, I've started the electricity, but we haven't gotten things done. So, but the good news is, when I originally started doing this, there was no such thing as LED bulbs. Now there is, so I can put up more lights. Maybe. I first have to get those wired up to even work. So, all right, we're going to venture out into my shopping center. This white stuff is called snow for all you southern people. This here is the shopping center. There's all sorts of goodies in here if you have a creative mind. We have old air compressors, barrels for aquaponics project. Yes, that's a project. Barrels for the aquaponics. So as you can see, lots of potential projects, but nothing really secure. Back there, you'll see there's kind of a basement area. That basement area, if things go good, will become a building for more storage of more projects. It hasn't worked in my life to have smaller buildings. I still keep getting projects. I don't know, I'm dumb. So, continuing on, Okay, we're in a camper. King here likes to go camping to get away from the kingdom. I don't like to have a large investment and not be able to use it. I only get to go camping maybe half a dozen times a year. So to have a brand new camper, it's not really feasible. So you buy a wrecked one. Wrecked ones, they're a lot cheaper. This one here, I bought off of an auction site. It had a small problem. A tree fell down on it, and this part was hanging down about here. But I've rebuilt it 2 years ago. But I haven't finished this project because it got water in there and it caused the dinette to have problems. So hopefully that's a project here in January, February that we will rebuild this dinette. It's not very complicated, it's just got to do it. This was a project fixing this. But this is a 2017 Coleman camper. 2 slides, bunkhouse in rear. And when you can buy it a lot cheaper, we got it for about $3,600 wrecked. Put about $3,000 into it. So I got about $6,600 into this camper. So, and it's 2017. 32 foot long roughly. So now to go check out another project. Okay, we're in what we call the schoolhouse building. We have some lights here. That was a project last year, getting electricity. We have electricity in this building, which is awesome because we raise broilers in the spring, and this, where the camper lives, is where the broilers live. So we don't get the chickens until the camper can go outside. Yes, we keep the camper inside. A lot of people keep them outside. I could, but I find they last a lot longer, stay a lot nicer if you can put them inside. And this is inside. We'll wander back here, and we have 2 projects. Might not be able to see it very well. This here is a 1937 John Deere A. I am the 3rd owner of it. It turns over. I had it running approximately 13 years ago. But the magneto is bad on it. She's not stuck. I turn it over every couple of months, make sure it stays free, and that's a restoration project. Yeah, and down here is a pull behind mower, which was working, but now it's sat so long, I gotta kind of fix it. So it's gonna be a either fix it or junk it type situation. Engine's good. It's just the recoil is messed up on it. So that's project in here. We have some lawnmowers to fix. Yeah, minor things. We only have about 4 or 5 riding lawnmowers, and I think at last count was 5 or 6 push mowers that we have here in the kingdom. So none of them are new because I'm cheap. Sorry. That's the way it goes. But we're going to venture out and take a look at some of the projects out there. There's not going to be... Hi YouTube, Steve's Kingdom. The first part of this video was filmed earlier, and we filmed this part, but we had a lot of wind noise. So we're going to try and shoot it again here. Hopefully you can actually hear what I'm going to say. Starting off with the projects outside. Oh, hello. Hello, Emerson. Yes, you want to be in the camera too. Yes, hello. This here is one of our projects. It's a 1972-73 International 3200 Series B skid loader. Doesn't run, bought it for scrap. That was when scrap price was high, so maybe I've lost my butt, but I don't think so. Engine, haven't been able to haven't really spent much time looking at it. It seems like either starter's not engaging or the engine's kind of seized. So simple engine to work on. Shout out to Junkyard Digs. If he wants a little project, I'd be willing to wrench with him on seeing if we can make old Bessie here run. So moving on, that is not one of my projects. That is the Steppe Peasant's vehicle, and it doesn't run. So we're going to get rid of that. So on the other side of this fine skid loader is a three-wheeler parts machine. So you might be able to see it through there, but that's not a project. So we're going to venture up to our vans. This illustrious looking Plymouth Voyager, Grand Voyager, the 1998. It runs, drives, not very far because transmission fluid leaks out of it. Bad transmission leak. I'm going to pull the transmission out of this and see if I can fix that. It does run and drive. She only has 230,000 miles on it, so it's probably seen the best there. But we're going to take that fine piece of equipment and venture over here. Hey, this here is a fine 2000 Caravan with transmission that's out. Now, it just so happens the Grand Voyager and this Caravan have same engine, same transmission. So, bing, bang, boom, pull one out, fix transmission, slap it in this one. Now I have a good running van. This only has about 130,000, 140,000 miles, which in Steve's Kingdom, that's like new. So, has few little issues, but hopefully we'll get that done here next couple of months, month, half, somewhere in there, and shoot it out the door. And I'll take the white Grand Voyager and it will go to El Scrapo Yardo, which we might be able to do another sketchy van load, but this one has tires on it, so what's so sketchy about it loading a van with tires on a trailer? That's not even hard. It's when they don't have tires. Now, this fine beauty might not be able to see it very well, but it's Steppe Peasants, so we don't worry about that. That's going to the scrapyard. And this was a Steppe Peasant car in high school. We've stolen off quite a few parts, and it has a seized engine. Steppe Peasant's vehicle has a bad transmission. Transmissions don't bolt up to the engine. Yes, it's called junk. Yeah, we just have to say the word junk. Junk. That's what this is going to be. It's going to be scrap. But we're hoping by April to be rid of van, car. So that's what we got going there. We're going to come over here. Yep, you guessed it. Another van. This fine Royal Chariot is a 2007 Town and Country, Chrysler Town and Country. The wife decided to try and beat traffic. I should say the Queen. Didn't work out. Got a boo-boo right here. You're thinking, oh, well, that looks like it'd be smarter to fix than the other ones. Except for the fact when it got towed here, battery tipped over, shorted out the electrical system, and burned up the wiring harness. Gets to be warmer weather where I'm not freezing. We're in the frozen tundra of Iowa. That's where the kingdom's located. It's, well, today's a warm day. We're up right now, the temperature's about 10 degrees. So we're pretty excited about that due to the fact we're at minus 26 and the high was minus 6. So, hey, might have to dig out the motorcycle with this warm weather coming on. So, but I got to get a wiring harness and possibly computers and electronic components, and this baby will be back on the road. This has the same engine, same transmission, same color, same make, same model, same interior as the other van I found. So, worst case scenario, this is a parts van for the van we're driving. This was our van. Accident. Found basically the identical van for $700. Bought it. And I have this one for parts if that one really goes bad. Yeah, hopefully nothing bad happens to that one where I would need the front fender and the door. But hey, we can only hope. Now, right here, we have the Royal Flock. Got the ducks. If you saw the feeder, right there is that automatic chicken feeder that I had built. Chickens really like feeding themselves. The ducks like feeding themselves. So we're going to hopefully build a nice building for the Royal Flock. This here is my utility trailer, and it needs a little suspension work. It's just getting worn, but it's a maintenance thing you need to do, and need to replace the fenders. This is junk. We are not going to keep this. It is here at the Royal Firing Range. We find it works pretty good to pin bullseyes or targets onto here, or set up some mannequin zombie. Welcome to Lead. Back behind, I have pretty good situation. No houses, and way far out there is a nice bunker, but we don't shoot anything that big. But yeah, we're at the Royal Firing Range. This will become something to pin our targets to. And then to celebrate such moments of target practice, we'll throw a match on it and burn it, and it'll be a bonfire. So, but we have a trailer here. We got to fix the fender on. Shouldn't take very long. Just have to buy the fender and have it warm enough that I want to work outside, because I'm not going to be able to put it in my shop where it's going to be warm to weld it. So over here, we'll pan out here. We have the Royal Orchard. We started it about 4 or 5 years ago. We have pears. That's where the front logo is. It's family pear. And we have some mulberry trees. We have some apple trees and what we're going to do is this spring, early spring, we're going to try and do some grafting. And if you don't know what grafting is, it's taking one plant limb and attaching it to another plant's limb, and that limb will produce whatever fruit was on that first one. So we're gonna go to another spot. All right, we ventured a little further into the kingdom, or around the kingdom, and back here we have older AGCO mower. Has a bad engine. I happen to have an older mower that is starting to nickel and dime, deck rot out, that has the same engine that it needs. So being the frugal king I am, it's going to be take engine off of old, put it onto newer mower, not new, newer, new to me, you know how that terminology works, and we'll have that mower. So it'll be an upgrade over the other one. It's got a little nicer creature comforts. We'll be upgrading from 1995 lawnmower, actually about 92 lawnmower, up to about a 2004 mower. So that's quite a jump in lawnmowers, and it's not going to cost me too much, but $50 in engine swap. Have some doors here. I built these to swing. Unfortunately, okay idea, except for they're so big and I wanted to keep them light. I kind of messed up. So we're going to switch these over to be sliding doors. That might not happen this year. Might be next year or the year after. But at least I got doors on. It only took about 7 years to get doors. So, hey, I'm happy. But that's a lot of the outdoor projects. There's more projects out here. Some are minor. I just went with the bigger projects. So, please give a thumbs up if you like. Subscribe. Thank you for watching Steve's Kingdom. And stay warm where you're at, because here it's not very warm. It's actually very cold. So thanks for watching.